So, I've been doing DMT now for, I don't know, good solid 4 months. Probably blasted off, I guess, about 24 times, Probably broken through about 2 or 3 times. Really wanted to get to the bottom of, these strange visions people have, these strange trips with aliens and jesters and machine elves and all that stuff you hear about, right? And flying over like different dimensional things and, leaving your body and all this shit, right? Really was fascinating to me because even on high doses of LSD, I've never been able to quite, being able to duplicate or replicate anything remotely close to that, really, actually. So I had high hopes for DMT. And I still do. It's still my favorite, probably my favorite drug, period, but definitely my favorite psychedelic. But I can explain this. I can explain the aliens and jesters and machine elves and lady by the lake and, holding hands with E.T. flying across the rings of Saturn while he departs the ancient wisdom of the fucking universe to you. I can explain this. All right. First off, fuck off. Okay. First off, we all want to believe in that shit, right? It's wishful thinking. So let's do some critical thinking skills. What is more likely? Is it more likely that you're tripping really hard on a powerful psychedelic, or that this drug, this chemical compound, all of a sudden rips open the fucking dimensions to different worlds and you talk to E.T. and elves and jesters and ladies by the lake? What's more likely, guys? That you're tripping balls, or that you're fucking communicating with E.T.? Okay, and then you know what? I believe in aliens, right? And I believe in that shit. A lot of it, not all of it. I believe a lot of it. But I do believe that the vast majority of you are either lying or you're fucking delusional. Not delusional. You're lying or it's wishful thinking. So it's not delusion. Because here's how this happens, guys. And because I know my detractors are like, well, how come everybody sees the same fucking aliens and everybody sees the gestures and, fucking machine elves? Why is that? Why was that, smart guy? Tell you why. Because that is what you heard before you started tripping. That is what you read about in the forums are people's stories. People fucking lie about their experiences on psychedelics. 100%. People fucking lie. I've seen it over and over and over. It's very common. 2, people repeat. Okay? People will tell you their trip. They're telling you somebody else's trip they heard. And what you read in the forums is just that about the fucking machine elves, about the gestures, about the space aliens. I don't care if you saw your long-lost grandmother. You're fucking high on DMT, okay? You're tripping balls. You'll see whatever the fuck you want to see. So, my experience, right? I didn't hear about all this shit, right? About the DMT stuff, about the machine elves and fucking aliens and gestures and shit. I didn't hear about that the first time I did it, right? I didn't see that. And it was like, it wasn't until I started reading about it and hearing about it that I started seeing it. No surprise, right? I too was seeing some of that shit. Not all of it, but I too have flown over a fucking city in the sky. I too I didn't quite talk to them. I don't know. I too have fucked with aliens and right. I too had fucked with these jesters and goblins and shit, right? I too. But guess what, guys? It's because that's what I read in the fucking forums, and I've read those stories dozens of times. So when I go to trip, right, unlike LSD, which you have it kind of gradually drift in, and then you can kind of like trip a little bit like that, DMT, it's like, bam, right? And you're tripping 20 times harder than you are in LSD, right? If you, do it correctly. And it just all of a sudden you're basically lucid dreaming, and when you're lucid dreaming about it is a subconscious thing. You're lucid dreaming, and these archetypes are coming out, and these archetypes are taking form based on what you've read that other people have experienced underneath this drug. So 1, people are lying and just repeating what they've read. 2, the first people when DMT became popular, right? I'm sure the stories were about gestures. I'm sure the stories were about aliens. I'm sure the stories were about this or that. Machine elves. So that's probably why there's so many different ones, right? And different variations, is because these stories were not probably from the same person. So everyone had these trips of this and this and this, and then in time it grew into this thing where almost all the stories of DMT are the fucking same. Do you realize that? Almost all the, because people want it to be this fucking miracle drug to connect you to aliens and all this shit. No. People are lying, and people are combining the stories, and people are just repeating what others have said. Sorry, guys. It's not putting you in touch with aliens. I still love the drug, and I'm still going to keep doing it. In fact, I'm about to blast off right now. But you're not talking aliens, okay? I wish we were. I wish it was a miracle drug. And let me tell you this. As an experiment, I would love to take DMT. Have somebody try it that's never heard these stories, right? If you can find them, right? Have somebody try it. You might have to go to fucking Siberia or whatever, right? And we'll see what that dude has to say. Now, if that dude starts talking about fucking aliens and jesters, but even then I'd be skeptical. I'd even be skeptical because you have to think, aliens are so ingrained in our subconscious. It's everywhere in the media, right? All these fucking movies about aliens, all these UFO reports, all this disclosure. Aliens have been with us, and ancient aliens. I mean, aliens are fucking up your ass with anal probes, literally, all day in the media. So, aliens have their own little special place in the subconscious of mankind now, right? Now, we can get all fucking mystical and speculate as to, this and that. Well, maybe it's because we're part alien. Maybe. That still doesn't change anything, yeah, so we're still having subconscious flashes. And it's so funny how people are so fucking, not stupid, but just fucking gullible to think like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this really powerful fucking hard psychedelic, like one of the most powerful ones in the world. And I'm going to fucking talk to aliens and fly through outer space and trip. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, if we were to take this DMT, go back to, before media, TV, and all this shit, go way back. Let's go back 1,000 years. You know what people would have seen? Not aliens, not jesters, not machine elves. They would have seen fucking angels. They would have seen fucking demons. Okay, that's what people would see because that is what was in the consciousness of the mind. So, hate to break your bubble. And by the way, I know a lot of you are fucking lying and you're just repeating things because you want to be cool. You want the story so hard to be true. Same shit works with the UFO stories. People who say they've seen UFOs, a lot of people lie. A lot of people are repeating. Doesn't mean it's not real. But in the psychedelic community, time and time again do people fucking lie and repeat shit. So bam, that's DMT explained to you. There is no fucking aliens. Well, there is aliens, but you're not talking to them. That's your fucking tripping balls in your subconscious and repeating things. So, sorry guys. Nope. DMT is a great drug. I highly recommend it. Be careful. It is very powerful. And you're going to see what you want to see. And after watching this video, you're going to try it. You're probably going to see what I just told you you're going to see. Aliens, elves, machine elves. What was the other one? Jesters. So there you go. Enjoy your trip. Granted, I may not be a doctor. Sure, I don't have a medical degree, but I definitely got a PhD in fucking psychedelics. I'm telling you, not aliens. Sorry, bud.
What's up for me and that whiskey that I'm